So we got a new song for you. This
Okay.
is OutKast ATLiens. I think I
Whoa.
mis no, I think I pronounced that correctly, but it is one of my more favorite songs. Like whenever I do a set, this always finds its way into my set. And even though I normally do, underground music, I kind of just like this song too much. And I also think like out of OutKast hits, this might be one of their lesser known ones. Like I don't really have a pulse on that,
I haven't
but
heard this. So the ATLiens is a play on Atlanta and aliens, assume.
yeah, it's a portmanteau of Atlanta and aliens.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I think we should just go into it and get
We
your
should.
opinion.
Well,
But
but first,
if you
please subscribe. We're terrible at this yet, but please subscribe if you haven't.
like, comment,
Yeah.
Etsy, go on to the song now.
Here we go.
East Point, smokes a dank. Call it Paul in the eye. Hater. Old National got the skanks. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Check it. Well, it's the M.I. crooked letter. Ain't no one better. And when I'm on the microphone, you best to wear your sweater. Cause I'm cooler than the polar bear's toenails. Oh, hell, there he go again. Talking that shit. Bend corners like I was a curve. I struck a nerve. And now you about to see the southern player serve. I heard it's not where you from, but where you pay rent. Then I heard it's not what you make, but how much you spend. You got me bent like elbows, amongst other things, but I'm not worried. Cause when we set up in the party like I'm out, you scurry. So go get your fucking shine box and your sack of nickels. It tickles to see you try to be like Mr. Pickles. Daddy Fat Sacks, B-I-G-B-O-I is that same motherfucker that took them knuckles to your eye. And I try to warn you not to test, but you don't listen. Giving a shout out to my Uncle Donnell, locked up in prison.
Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl.
Now, my oral illustration be like clitoral stimulation to the female gender. Ain't nothing better, let me know when it's wet enough to enter. If not, I wait because the future of the world depends on if or if not the child we raise gon' have that nigga syndrome. Or will it know to beat the odds regardless of its skin tone? Or will it feel that if in tune that it just might get picked on? Or will it give a fuck about what others say and get gone? The alienators cause we different, keep your hand to the sky. Like sounds of blackness when I practice what I preach and don't lie. I be the baker and the maker of the piece of my pie. Now break a tenfold, can I get some reply? Now everybody say,
throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl.
Every day I sit while my nigga be in school, thinking about the second album at the dungeon, shooting pool like ES to the PN, cause we just to the beat in the zone. Honey, I'm home, but I'm not married, carried a lot of problems round, being frustrated. And now I'm sitting at the end of the month, I just made it like you made the B team. And like your daddy's wife, you making a coffee. You heard the ATLiens, so back the hell up off.
softly as if I play piano in the dark. Found a way to channel my anger, not to involve. The world's a stage and everybody got to play their part. God works in mysterious ways, so when he starts the job of speaking through us, we be so sincere with this here. No drugs or alcohol, so I can get the signal clear as day. Put my Glock away, I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war, okay?
Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl.
Well, I dug it. That was like a time machine to me.
Yeah.
Because, didn't it have an old school flair? I mean, it's not like that had like a somewhere, it was like a nice guy, late 80s, early 90s thing.
96.
That was 96?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was what it was. It was just an old school track that's really. So I thought when they were like, wave your hands like you just don't care, I thought that was like an ode to the past, past times. But that was
Oh,
really kind
sure.
of in that time.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was interesting. It's kind of refreshing because, like, if just because he was like, no drugs, no drinking, I got my mind's clear, I've got put the gun down, I've got the only weapon I need or something, which I believe, was his voice,
Yeah.
and his words. And I
And
just
it's,
I found that really positive with just a fun song, Pretty cool.
yeah. So that's a good point, actually. So ATLiens is their second album, and their first one, which, oh my goodness, I'll embarrass myself if I try to say it, but it's just something like Southern Music Catalytic, Cadillac Music. It's just a very long, zany
Yeah.
album title that if I had written it down, I'd be able to say it, but we're not writing things down today, right?
No.
So, and that's the thing. Originally, they were kind of a gangster rap, right?
Whoa, really?
So, yeah, and that was the whole thing. And this ATLiens was like, you know what? We don't want to be like that, really, but
Right.
we want to be Southern rap, right? Because
Yeah.
remember, this is 1996. East Coast, West Coast is going.
Still happen. But Atlanta always gave me the impression that stood alone a little bit because that was Southern.
Yeah, and so that's what they were about, was that sort of Southern rap. If you like fish and grits, I mean, who
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
LA
that's
people
so.
aren't putting that in their music. You know what I
Either is
mean?
New York,
Right. And so, yeah, and they were, and that's like what a lot of this song is about, is just sort of like, okay, you know what, Big Boy, right?
Yeah.
Because there's Big Boy and Andre
Right.
3000, right? And they're about 20 years old at the time they wrote this, 20 to 21 years old.
Wow.
Lyrically very powerful for that age.
Yeah.
And, so like Andre 3000 had dropped out of school. And that's why, Big Boy references him, his buddy being in school, right? Because Andre 3000 went back to get his GED. And so, playing pool, my buddy's in school, and I'm over here, even though I may should be there, kind of thing.
Right.
Big Boy had just had a baby, and so there's things about that in the song, right? Andre 3000 references, if he has a kid, he wants to do it when he's absolutely ready. It's like the kid is powerful and things like that. And yeah, and this other thing is, as you were saying at the beginning, it's just sort of like not that, gangster type rap, and that's,
Right.
okay, we're not going to use these guns anymore. We're going to use the power of our
Right.
words. Pen is mightier than the sword, kind of thing.
Right.
So there's a lot of like just self-reflection and coming
Yeah.
to age. And
Yeah.
ATLiens is such a aliens, right? I mean, they're
Well,
outcast.
Right, they're outcasts. They
Yeah.
feel like aliens within Atlanta. They had that first album, sounds like they were super young then, 18 or something, and they're trying to just go with the flow and be something maybe they weren't. And in this album, it sounds like they dropped all that shit and go, we're kind of fun and silly and different. We're
Yeah.
outcasts,
Yeah.
And so they made what a great title, ATLiens, and then we know what they became further along with their hits, and especially the big one, they were just
Hey, yeah. Yeah.
hey yeah going, super fun, and so yeah, they really named themselves well, and you could feel the introspection in this song. And that's them turning into the outcasts we ultimately, come to know,
Yeah.
and that's pretty cool. So that's like a transition track in a lot of ways.
I think the album might be
Probably the album.
arguably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But this track, I think, definitely embodies that, and that's why it's. And plus, I mean, it's a banger, you know. On
Yeah.
top of it, you know, so it's just
Yeah.
well done, you know.
And to think at that age, these lyrics, you know, that's this message, those lyrics,
Hmm.
it's impressive. You
Yeah.
know, it's impressive. I was still learning how to tie my shoes.
Right, you know, rap about tying his shoes. The lace does. I don't know.
I never got the holes with the laces and everything. I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought it was one up and then you go down. But then I get halfway through the row and it's no more shoelace left.
Right, right. Shoe falls off in the
Shoe falls
afternoon.
off and I was just like,
Just get
That's
Velcro,
it.
man. Solves everything.
that's I was begging for it. No, but that's really cool. Very impressive young men at the time.
Mhm.
And 96, that's interesting and a groovy, fun, uplifting
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
So great choice again, man. I really appreciate it. It's a
All right.
good one.
Bye bye.
See ya.